Here I am still eating them cup of noodles. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Talk to Rose, episode 97, season 3. And on this show, we talk about everything going on in the world, good, bad, raggedy, and wonderful. And with that being said, and I just have my glasses on and I don't see them, we're going to get this show started. And I'll let the guests introduce themselves first. Juanita, Coach Nita.
Here you go.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Coach Nita.
What is Thursday? Happy Friday Eve, everybody. I'm Melanin Madam. Hope you enjoy the show tonight.
Yes, everybody, it is Thursday, and I don't know why I keep thinking today is Wednesday, so I don't know what's going on. Amir, go in your room, please.
No, I'm not doing this.
Or I'm going to have to get the ruler in front of all of these people on live.
No,
Go.
No, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I'm not doing it with you today. Okay, sorry for that interruption. So, how was everybody's weekend? What did you guys do this weekend?
I didn't do anything this weekend, I don't think. I don't even remember this weekend. That's sad, huh? That I keep forgetting. I don't remember this weekend. I still think it's Wednesday like you, so I don't know. I forgot. Sorry.
How was your weekend, Coach Nita?
It went by so swiftly. I thought I'd call myself resting, but I had an abundance of things to do work-wise, and then we had the family party that had me in the bed for like 9 o'clock. While y'all was still back there, backyard boogieing, I was at home. But like she said, it went by so swiftly that I forget it's getting ready to be the weekend again. So this weekend I do plan on catching up on some rest and some chores because I have a lot to do.
Me too. I be having a lot to do too. So this weekend, well, always since I moved in, on Fridays are my best days for me to still unpack. So this weekend made a month I've been here, so I unpacked a lot of
Already? Congratulations.
That was my fast, huh?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so I've been here a month, so I unpacked a lot of stuff. And then I decided, I got my music on and everything. Let me drink a couple of cut waters and add some tequila to it. Yeah. And it had me man down on Saturday.
You I don't know what was wrong with me. You were intoxicated, ma'am.
I thought I had got sick and everything, and then I started thinking, I was like, oh man, I had to.
She called me like, I think I'm getting sick. I had a cut water with some tequila. I was like, well, that does it. That does it.
Right. She was detoxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will let y'all know that. And remember, Amber just she had put up a post talking about cut waters, and the lady was like, I don't know what's in cut waters. It's something extra in there because it ain't no way you should get that drunk off of cut water. And I'm telling you, I was having a good old time by myself, concert, singing, and everything. I went to sleep like at 1:30. I woke up probably like at 3:30 because I started throwing up. And I threw up like 6 times.
Oh my.
So I'm here to tell y'all, PCA for cut water. If you drink a cut water, just drink it regular. You don't gotta add nothing to it to think it ain't enough because it's enough. Don't add nothing to your cut waters. I'm telling you right now. Because I was man down all day. I didn't even know if I was gonna make it on Sunday to the party. And then on Sunday, we went to my cousin's 65th birthday party. I thought I put a picture up of her. Yeah, my cousin Renita. It was her 65th birthday, and we had a good time. I didn't know if I was gonna make it or not. I didn't know, y'all. So
Happy birthday.
Yes. Hey, Tia. That was all that I did. That was all that I got to do. So tomorrow is Friday again. So that be the days I'll still try to unpack and do. So we're going to try that again without the cut water.
Minus the cut water.
Yeah, I ain't even about to mess with those. Like, I can drink it. I'm just, if I get a Cutwater, I can't have nothing with it. Like,
Yeah.
so that was it. So, happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Again, we're gonna, I had some stuff I wanted to talk about, but since I have so much to talk about today, I think next week will be my breast cancer awareness show. It'll be next week. So happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're going to get right into the hot topics. So as you guys know, the inmate Derek Grove was arrested yesterday after 5 good long months out on the run.
Dang it. I'll be right back.
Okay. 5 long months on the run. He was finally taken in. So let me let y'all see how he was looking. So Derek was caught in Atlanta. Now y'all know he was him and about 6 other inmates in May of this year. They escaped from Louisiana, not a prison, a jail, because they moved over the sink and all went out. Like, we know somebody had to help them inside that jail or whatever, but everybody got caught except for him. It was one other one that probably could have been left out, but he was doing videos like stupid. But this one, we was really rooting for him. Like, I was rooting for him to say, "Go." I just,
not that we're condoning it, right? But Mike, you had a chance to break out.
Yes. Like, and then I was just so surprised that he was only in Atlanta. Like, of all the places. Sir, I was very disappointed in you. Like, it was so many ways you could have got out of here. You could have been in Colombia, but you would have had to catch a flight. So then I was like, no, okay. But you could have went through Mexico. You do not have to show your ID to go through Mexico. The only time you have to show your ID is when you coming back. You could have got through Mexico and then got on a boat or something and been gone. Like, I just can't believe.
It sounds like you got it all worked out like a plan.
I did have it
all plotted out.
I did have a plan in my mind. So we were all rooting for you. But he's back in where he belongs. So hopefully he had a good summer, because we know that you're going to be in high security. Okay. And so the next one I want to show, this was a video, and I don't know if I'm just getting old and just soft, but this video was so sweet to me. It was Princess Tiana at Disneyland. And as you all know, well, y'all probably don't know, but a lot of time when these characters come around and they be like black little kids, they ignore them. On Sesame Street and all that, they ignore them. So this little girl was dressed as Princess Tiana, and when she came around, she walked. It was just, let me let y'all see it. It was so beautiful. Wasn't that so cute? Or am I just getting
a mixture of both? But I wonder what the requirements are to be one of the characters at Disneyland, because she has so much poise. Looks like she acknowledged like another baby that was dressed like her as well. She's so graceful with it. That's dope.
Yeah, she is, and a lot of them are not like that, especially with us. They not like that. So when I seen that, for her to acknowledge that little girl and then walk with her and everything, it just made me happy for that little girl. Like I know she's gonna always remember that, because you know they be thinking they real. So okay, so this one right here, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, I had to talk about it because we really need to get this out here. It is a trigger warning. It's a trigger warning all the way. Trigger warning. Let me show y'all the little girl. This is a 5-year-old, and I just found out, so it made it even worse to me. Let me make sure this is the right one. This little girl, she's 5 years old. A little autistic girl. That's her in the hospital. That's her hair put out. That's her. So this 5-year-old little girl, her mom took her to a family member's house because she had to go get a medical procedure. That day, the family member called the mom to say that they could not find the little girl that she was missing. Let me get her name because I don't want to call her little girl. The family member called the mom to tell her that the little girl was missing. The mom got up. This happened in Cleveland. The mom got up, go look for her little girl. When she gets there, she just sees, it's A-Marie. That's her name, A-Marie. She sees her little daughter out on a stretcher, unrecognizable. This is what these little boys did to her. They walked up to her, act like they were nice and everything, took her to a field. They essayed her. They were putting sticks down her mouth in her private area. They urinated her. She had bites all over her body. They pulled out her hair, and they tried to strangle her with her shirt. So when they left her in the field, they thought that they had unalived her, but she was still alive, but she was unconscious. These little boys, I won't even say little boys, these little demons were 8, 9, and 10.
Where did they learn that from?
That's what I said. 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. So this is where the mama has a problem, because they said that they cannot do anything. There will not be any arrests made for the 2 that were under 10. Nothing's going to happen to them. This little girl, they thought they had unalived her, but they didn't. So when the family member went to go look for her, she asked those 2 little boys, 2 of the boys, have you seen this little girl? Showing the picture. They looked and said no and kept on playing. A couple of hours later, their parents brought them back to the family member's house so they could tell her where that little girl's body was.
They'd be taking me off in cuffs.
Period. Period.
I'd have lit that whole block on fire.
And so they brought her back. They took her to where the little girl's body was. And remember everything that I said. It was dirt all inside the little girl's private part and everything. They did everything they could to this little girl.
At 8, 9, and 10. That's
8, 9, and 10.
Disturbing. So who touched them?
And that's what I said. But my thing is, I don't care how young you are. They need to pay a price for that.
Because if they're doing it at 8, 9, and 10, who's to say?
What if they would have unalived her? Then what?
And what will they do tomorrow?
And is this their first time?
Probably not.
But this is a learn for you to be that young.
That's why I said who did it to them, because for them to know how to insert, use things, hold down all the horrible things. What was you watching?
Even if it's not a criminal charge, this would be some type of like civil.
Right.
To be able to.
No, I don't want no civil charge. I want criminal charges.
I
it ain't enough money. That little girl's mental status is about to be messed up for the rest of her life. The mom
They
said,
said it already. They said
I
she
was just about to say, the mama said it already is. She's already talking about unaliving herself. 5. She want to know why that happened to her.
I would say we're parents, but kids being outside playing, you're not putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. And
But-
they brought the kids over to do the right thing, but they deserve to be in a state. Okay, you can't go to a prison, but you can be admitted to a psych ward, which is exactly where you should be. You should not be out.
Or
at
some
all.
type of community something, and then once you get of age, we can
Transfer
see
your pill. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for them to do some stuff like that, like, okay, if y'all ain't gonna do nothing, we gonna do something in the streets. They will be having a service for them, all 3 of them, and not no good service. It's gonna be a service for sad singing and flower bringing.
Ain't no way I could let that ride.
Me neither.
And I'm all for
Right
peace.
there on the spot, I would have jumped on them kids. Right there on the spot. They would have
And they
needed more
parents.
ambulance.
And
They would
their
have needed more
parents.
ambulance. Fuck the parents right now. I want you because you was old enough to do this shit.
Yeah.
I want you. And you just went back and played, and then you act like you didn't know. So you showed me a couple times you knew what you did was wrong, and you thought she was not
The
alive.
unfortunate part is, heaven forbid, that they grow up to do something else. This is going to be in the back wind. They can have a traffic violation. They'll try to tie the 2 together. So they like non-officially created a case for themselves where the case will follow them. But the civil aspect will be, y'all are going to be responsible for my baby getting therapy for the rest of her life. Y'all going to be responsible for every medical treatment, everything possible that my child needs to heal. If I can't get you legally, I'm going to, criminally.
And they need to put their faces out.
No,
they need to put their faces out.
Well, they can't because they're minors, but at the same
It don't
Right.
matter. I know that's why they did it.
I have a question though. So with statute of limitation, can they wait until they a certain age and then press charges?
This depends on the state or the city.
Because I would have so many things planned for them kids that I would be their worst nightmare.
Me too. For the rest of their life.
For the rest of your life.
They will want to unalive their own self. Please.
And I'm sorry, but I probably wouldn't care because
Me neither. Me neither.
like it's something wrong with you up there. You need to be away from other people. You shouldn't be able to be at a school on around other kids. You should have to pay for me to move. You should have my therapy.
That's the civil aspect. They should be responsible for anything that's financially connected to my peace of mind, my daughter's peace of mind. The unfortunate part is not only are you protective because she's 5, you're even much more protective, as you know, because they're on the spectrum. So it makes you, parent even harder because sometimes, they're unable to defend themselves.
And that's what made it me when I seen that. I was just like, I cannot imagine it. I swear to God, their whole family would probably be wiped out. I just can't imagine that. That's why with Amir, I'm so careful who he around. Like, it ain't even a joke. You know how I am. Like, I'm not playing. Like, it's not a game.
That's why people don't want their kids playing with other kids these days because no more of that. Well, they just a child. Fuck all that. I ain't never felt like that because they could do demonic things. And we've done shows before on serial unalivers that's 9 and you unalived your baby sister and buried them, and then another kid, and then they find out 3 kids later and shit. What? That lets us know right there. It's mental.
Yeah. So we just have to get this story out. So everybody that's watching this, or if you watch the replay later, please, I'll put it on my page on Facebook and made it shareable. Like, we really need to get this story out there because criminal charges need to be held against them little kids. I don't care how old they are. Like,
and even if it's not something that the state or the city or the county does, there should be a legislation that would go into place based off of her name. So whatever her name is, the Susie Act, and then change the bylaws and the standards based off of this moving forward. Because if not, you'll just be letting adolescents know it's okay to commit these crimes because nothing's going to happen because you're a kid. They
Yep.
should shift it.
We have one here. They're the Chino jail. They have one for minors. And then when they turn 18, they go over to the other one. We found that out doing the shows about kids that do stuff like this. So that's what needs to happen. I really don't care what you do, but they need to be put away. You can't just let them go to school on Monday morning. Like, that's not okay. I don't understand. They're not going to make it. The streets is going to get them. Do you want your kids safe? Because
Yeah, they might as well. let 'em-
About karma, it does not expire.
Yeah, like you might as well let them go to jail. So you guys make, and then if you guys, the mom did put a GoFundMe up because everybody just wants to give to the mom.
okay.
So I think right now she only had to go that $1, and then it went up fast. So now it's at like 65,000. I think when I checked, she had like 45,000.
And
People
they
just
should
said they want
also
to.
have to match that. That will be my thing. The families should have to be responsible to match whatever the community is giving her.
Yeah, and they just whatever they just want to help. The people just want to help. She said she's not asking for nothing. She was like she's more worried. She's more focused and worried on her daughter's mental health after this.
But this will allow her to be able to do it so she can be away from work and have the money that she needs. I did this story on my show as well so that we could get it out, but I didn't know it was a GoFundMe. So I'll go back and update my show.
Yes, a GoFundMe, and it's Justice for Anne Marie.
Okay.
It should be now known as the Anne Marie Act, where change it and change the rules and not make it, that they're just because they're kids that they shouldn't be held criminally accountable. Make it that act on behalf of what happened to her.
Yeah. So you guys, let me put her little face up there again. Y'all just if you guys want to donate to her, it's Justice for Anne Marie, and we got to get this story out because we need justice for her. We need justice for her because this should not happen to no child at all, especially with kids under 10 doing it to her. This should not have ever happened, and I pray to God that this little girl will be okay growing up after this. So let's just go to something else lighter because every time I read that, it makes me tear up. Like when I seen it yesterday, I literally started crying at work.
I thought it wasn't real. I was like, because I saw a crime TikToker. So I thought they was talking about a show they saw or something. But even with that, I was like, that's sick. Who would even think of a show like that? Then I saw it again and again. I was like, wait, what? This shit is real?
Yeah, when I seen it, and my coworker was like, Rashonda, what are you looking at? And I was like, I'm about to get off of social media for today. Like it did too much to me. So let's go on to something else. But this one still ain't good either. But I was like, I have to talk about this too. Kyron Lacey. Last week they found, was that last week or this week when they found out? Was it this week?
Last week. It was after our shows though.
Yeah, last week that they found out. Well, it ain't that they found out, they just put it out. Because clearly they had to know that boy was 100 feet. 100 feet away from the accident. They had the camera from the street. I'll show you guys because I got it. And that had pissed me off too. That's why I was like, sometimes social media is bad for you too because it really upsets you. Let me make sure this is it. Oh my God. Oh boy. Dang, I need to
so what you'll see is in the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodaux, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey come to a stop.
So as we've seen the video, it looks like the impact happens, and then Kyron Lacey is behind him. How far away was he from there?
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of the investigative report that I now have my hands on. We know from data that Kyron Lacey did in fact pass 4 cars. There's no disputing that. Further north, Kyron Lacey passed 4 cars. However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall. At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted. Never.
Any part of the district attorney's investigation that talked about Mr. Lacy getting back, I guess we call it, what do you call it, correcting or getting in your proper lane?
Sure, he was back in his proper lane according to their data. This isn't my expert. This is the investigation of the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. So I'm here simply comparing and contrasting the District Attorney's Office with state police in this matter, their investigations. And in that investigation.
So that is another thing that pissed me off. It's like, when this first happened, y'all know that that street camera is right there. So why wasn't that taken down? Why wasn't that footage taken to the police station that first day? And then they had a statement from the man and from this black gentleman, and he kept on, the police officer, you could hear on his camera saying, I need you to say X, Y, and Z. And he was like, but that's not what happened. His car wasn't even right there. That lady caused that accident. No, I need you to say this happened. And they ran that whole narrative to where this boy unalived himself. And like his mom said, I might accept no apologies because my son should still be here.
We have nothing to talk about.
It
You
ain't
set
nothing
him
to
up.
talk about.
You
And I
set
think
him up.
everybody that was a part of that, the police officer, all the district attorneys, all of them.
And the girl that was the witness
Oh,
that
yes,
actually
the
did
one.
lie when they asked her to. She lied. It was her witness statement that sealed the deal.
And with their statements, are they saying he caused the accident?
Yes.
Yes, they're saying
No one thought to look at his vehicle to see.
Exactly.
so that's what they was bringing out. Like it was no damage, no nothing on his vehicle. So even if she did say that, it's no damage to his vehicle at all. But she said it. But that's caught on camera too, on body cam. The police telling her to say it, and she said it.
So I think all them need to go to jail too for the rest of their lives.
Mhm.
Because y'all caused this boy to unalive.
You're responsible for his.
Yeah, the mom kept on saying that the days before he took his life, he kept on saying, Mom, why don't they believe me?
And they piling evidence. So they set me up like every other black man. I'm not going to get out of this because what y'all say is stronger than what I say. Even if I am innocent, it don't matter.
Yeah, and then instead of looking at his car, like his car ain't made of steel to where it would do that. They worried about his necklace. How could he afford the necklace and all that stuff?
How dare this little black boy be able to do this?
I'm thinking there's not even a scratch to the car.
Girl, that's the first thing I said. I said his car ain't made.
That should be the first thing to rule it out.
Yeah, and it ain't no scratch on his car. And then y'all got the camera from across the street. Why don't y'all take these police, their cams and all that stuff? Why don't y'all do that before anything? That needed to be taken that same day. Like, we're not lawyers, and it's common sense.
Well, they did do it. That's what you're missing. They suppressed it. They had that right away. Now something must have happened back there where somebody probably threatened to tell or something like that where it was going to surface. So they just let it all out because you had that. You had
pick his car up and move it to the crime scene. And like, how did you even put that together when his car is here? There's no scratches. There is no damage to it. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, like make it make sense.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So can you imagine being the person being accused of that, knowing it's so cut and dry, and I can't, and I'm still being accused? Then evidence, a witness, you like, this is a real life. This can't be real. I'm going to jail for something I didn't do.
Like so many other black men. Not saying that all black men are innocent, but a lot of them are not guilty of the crimes that they have said that they have committed. And this needs to really stop. And I can't even say like people need to raise their kids in different areas and stuff. This boy was a college student, star athlete, and everything. So it's not like he was out there gang banging and on the corner.
No, he's a different kind of threat. It's the race is what makes you think you have the right to make more money than me or do more than me, or They really don't have to have a reason. You could also be a good kid and
You
they
can't
be
even say
jealous.
you in the wrong place at the wrong time no more. You can't even use that like they used to say back in our days.
Nope,
So-
that baby didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, so our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. At least he can rest in at least he can rest in peace now. Like his lawyer told him, I will make sure that your name is cleared. And his lawyer did what he said.
That should also be now in the Lacey Act.
Yes.
Police are held accountable. If you lied, then whatever charges that the person was going to get should be applied to you. Everything now should be legislatively driven.
Yes, yes. So they stop doing these things. They really don't get nothing happen to them. Just a
Nothing
slap on the wrist.
And let's
He
see
should
it.
have to forfeit his retirement, his pension, his everything. And his life should be taken away and given to the mom. I'm sorry, I don't care about his family or nothing like that. Y'all get to live and keep going. She lost her baby and he's never coming back. Take everything from him. No, you get to quit and all that other bullshit that we know why you quitting. Take everything.
As part of my question would be, on top of the accusations that they were accusing him of, what else
Have you done?
Just said, I can't do it? Were they saying you're going to do life in prison? Were they threatening? What were they threatening to make him just go, I can't deal with any of this, I'm out of it? Like, outside of accusing him, were they saying you're going to face jail time? We're going to.
But this thing, his coach and all that turned their back on him and everything.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
He was
his
so
coach-
hurt because everybody left him. He felt
Yeah.
alone and accused and guilty when he knew he wasn't. But again, evidence started coming in, a witness statement and all of this. And he held it was, I didn't do it. I did, but nobody believed him. So you in a twilight zone.
So, like I said before, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family because I couldn't even imagine being his mom. It's just like stuff like this. It just hits you different. It's like, to me, like I be telling my mom, it's like we're going back in the days. We're not going forward. It's like we're going backwards again. And it's just getting worse and worse.
And
So,
scary.
It's very scary. So that was my hot. Oh no, I got one more, but this brings a smile to some people's face. So as you know, a couple of days ago, they said that we have a versus for Cash Money and No Limit Records. So I am so excited for that. At first, I thought it was fake. But
Me
once
too.
I started seeing it, I was like, oh no, I really need to be there. I need to be in the building. I don't want to watch it on TV. I need to be there to feel it and everything because we grew up on, I can remember when No Limit came out, it was like 95. We had to be like in the 9th grade because from No Limit to have on their army fatigues and all that. And then Cash Money came out. I would say we probably was like 18, 19. I remember that. I just remember that just was the good old days. Like I have to be there, but I need all of the people from back in the Cash Money. We don't need Nicki Minaj and Drake. You know, we
Please
need
don't.
Juvenile, BG, Manny Fresh. We need all
The
them.
originals.
Right.
Yes, like I am so
We're
excited.
on with this.
Yes, Manny Fresh had just did a little I don't know if it was a podcast or whatever, and he was just saying the story on Juvenile back that thing up, and he was like, Juvenile was so pissed off at him about that song, and he didn't even want that to be one of his singles, and Manny Fresh was telling him like, this is gonna be your #1 song, like this is gonna put you on the map, and he was like, when he heard that music at the beginning, dun dun dun, and Juvenile was like, what is that? He was like, this is gonna be the wedding song. It's like this song is gonna push you there. He was like, I was leading it up, like getting the people, and what does it do? As soon as you hear that, girl, you getting ready. Like, let me take my shoes off, or let me go back home. Let me get my friends together because we about to be like, I don't think that song will ever not be like. I love that song to this day, and just think how long ago that came out. I was like, I have my shirt already that I bought like a couple of years ago that said Cash Money taking over for the 99 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who y'all got? Y'all got No Limit or do y'all have Cash Money?
That's a hard one.
It's hard.
It is.
It's like you feel bad if you go either way. So it's like I just want to feel the vibe.
Can I be neutral?
I know. I said I don't know who I can pick, but I know I want all of them there. I just don't know. But I was like, that's a good ass versus right there.
Mhm.
Like I don't know who will win, but they have to have everybody. Like Lil Wayne, you can't say that you ain't coming because you don't mess with
Put all that
Baby.
aside. Yeah.
With his
Y'all
falling
gotta come.
self,
Don't do that
with
to
his
us.
falling asleep self. Like you got to do this for the culture. Like
Yes.
we need you there.
Mhm.
Do this for the fans, please.
Alondra said, "I got Cash Money. I think they will win." I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's our hot topic. So Alondra Wade. She said, "I love both though. I'm a No Limit soldier too."
That's me. That's
Shatia was No Limit. I
Yeah.
remember her in her room. She had all that No Limit stuff in her room. So I know
I
Shatia.
thought I was gonna bust my damn speakers playing that song, child.
Okay, so everybody that's watching and everybody that will be watching the replay, make sure you guys go and like this live, share, and if you haven't done also, make sure you subscribe. Now we're going to get into the main topic, and the main topic is changing your mindset. And I just felt like this was an idea topic because a lot of us are going through a lot of stuff, and we really need to figure out or let people know how you can change your mindset, even though you're going through whatever you're going through. Like not to let that overwhelm you, which I mean, I'm the main one that needs to be listening to this stuff because I've been letting a lot of stuff get to me, but I have been growing.
You've been handling it very well.
Yeah, I have been growing, but I'm still not there all yet. I'm still cuss you out and all kind of stuff, but it's like, you know, I could have cussed you out worse than I did, but so you know what, you know, God is still.
I think you've been holding people accountable. I don't think you've necessarily
so,
been
too.
cussing them out because you can say how you want to feel and it not be in agreement. I think that's what you've been doing because you haven't been saying the
That's what
B
I
word a
told
lot.
I said I think I'm holding people accountable now.
Yes,
And
you haven't been
Bonita was
saying
like,
the B
well,
word a
Bonita-
lot.
Bonita said I'm 65% there. That's still a fail, but I'm still, you know, not all.
I think 65 is good in real life. Don't you come?
Passing.
Shit, that's a lot. That means more than half of the time when y'all get on my nerves, I don't flash.
So let me let y'all see this. This was
What made you do the meditation album?
So
'Cause that's totally far the other end of the spectrum.
yeah, turning
what you did.
50, turned 50. A lot of things started to happen in my life. First thing it hit me was like I asked myself, what makes you happy? And I said, damn, only making sure everybody else good. But that's not what makes me, like, what makes me happy. I couldn't really tell myself. And so I was like, you know what? I need to kind of put myself first. Like, I'm not happy in this marriage. And like, I didn't like where my mental state was at. I started to like meditate every day. I would say affirmations of negativity can't live inside of me. So we went in, we recorded these albums, and you know, this time of my life is feeling like I'm doing what God intended me to do. But what's amazing is everything that got me here, I was supposed to do.
Right.
And even like all of the music that I've given people gave people positivity. So it's always been positivity, but it's meaning more now when someone tells me I never meditated. You help me meditate. You know how many people have called me about getting in the gym?
Yeah.
It's insane. Like celebrities, all kind of people are like, you inspired me to get healthy. So I feel now like I'm doing what God intended me to do. It took me a long time to get here, but this is the time it's supposed to be. And crazy, I was thinking about this the other day. I met Mr. Farrakhan at the Source Awards one time. And he basically told me, he said, you got power, you got a voice. And he basically was kind of trying to tell me, like, use it. And that stuck with me. Like, I'm like, okay. But now I'm using my voice and my power in a good way to push positivity into the world.
So that is what makes you happy.
That's what you know what, tearing up. Yeah, it makes me happy that
Okay.
just to do good, you know, just to do good, because all that comes back. And when you, like, a guy came to me, I did the Cologuard thing, right? A guy came to me in the club one night, and was like, I did that Cologuard test because of you, and it came back positive. And he didn't have colon cancer, but he had polyps. So just stuff like that, it just makes me feel like I'm doing good in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
brother.
You are. Sure.
That's inspiring people and being a good role model to my son. I have a daughter now, you know, she's 10 months old.
Congratulations.
And I look at life like with health, like I gotta be here for her. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be here for her first day of school. I gotta be here for high school graduation, walk her down the aisle. So health is even more important to me. It was something I was doing to just, you know, live a long, full life, but even more so now, I have even more motivation because of my daughter and her mother. I got to be here for them. You know what I'm saying? So
It's crazy to see you cry because a lot of people never even thought you had eyes. Because you're always more changed.
No, you know what? Black men, we need to cry more.
I agree.
We need to cry. When you get more in tune to your higher self and you stop vibrating at these low frequencies, you can let the energy flow because we should. We don't have to be tough all the time. And you're an advocate for therapy. I push all brothers we don't have to suffer in silence. We suffer in freaking silence. So call your homie sometime and just be like, my nigga, you good? How you doing? Not just period, but how you mentally doing, bro? Because that one little conversation could make him not go do some stupid shit or take his life or whatever, you know? So I started doing therapy. I push anything, any knowledge that I got, I try to share with everybody because we got to help each other.
That's right.
We all we got.
That's
For
right.
sure.
Right.
And I love that. That really touched me, seeing him emotional and just seeing the growth in him. Because y'all know, we know Lil Jon get low, knuckling. Like, you know, he put out
That's
all
still my jam.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite workout songs. Knuck where you buck. Yes.
And then just to see a man vulnerable like that, like to see him cry and everything, like Charlamagne Crazy tells how we didn't think you had eyes. Like, you know, I just love that he's so positive now. So that's why I'm like, okay, I need to do something on changing your mental health status and being more positive and vibrating at a higher frequency. As people used to say, no low vibration, high vibration. Like, so that's why I brought Juanita on, because last week we were talking about therapy. And Juanita was said, what did you say, Juanita? All people, what was it?
Healing is an option.
Healing is an option. Healing is an option. So that's why we want to talk about your mindset, because if healing is an option, we're going to show you how you can go about doing that. Why you should want to heal to be at a higher vibration. So one of the things that I see that I said that I was going to start doing is you have to think positive every single day. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, whatever you do, if you say your prayers, if you go brush your teeth, usually when I wake up, I drink water. Like, I literally just drink water in the morning. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I drink water. And then I go brush my teeth. So I said, from now on, when I wake up, after I drink my water, I'm just going to say positive things, because it is a known fact. They did research on this. However you start your morning or your mindset, that's how your days go. Now, some days it does veer left, because mine have veered left all week. I think today was the only day that it didn't. So, but I said, I'm going to still every morning. I'm going to make it a point to be positive and say positive affirmations every single day. Try not to think negative at all. Just think positive. Like I said, your day might not be like that always, but start it off. Don't wake up like, oh, here we go, another day. Because I do say every time when I say my prayer, I say, God, thank you for, that's the number one thing. Thank you for blessing me to see another day, because you did not have to let me see the day. how many people are leaving this world at our age? It's our age bracket that's leaving this world. It ain't really the
Yeah.
old people. It's us. So God, thank you for allowing me to be on your list of people to see another day. And God blessed me to have a great day today. And I was like, I always tell Amir, God, thank you for blessing me to see today. God blessed me to be the most brilliant person in this world. I do this with Amir every day. I am strong. I am this. And I was like, I got to do that to myself while I'm making my son feel like this. So that's one of the things that I said that I'm going to incorporate every single day. So let me read this, and then Juanita, you can talk about it. Coach Nita, what are some things to look for into a good counselor? So that's our first question is what Alondra said. I'll leave it up there, Juanita. And then you could go on to everything, Juanita.
One of the things that you want to look for is, one, is this person a good spiritual fit? Is this somebody that can tell you about yourself without you blowing up? Is this an individual that culturally will understand? They may not have to share the same race, but they have the education, training, experience of working with women of color. Because sometimes demonstrative, we can look angry, right? So there's this term called meta communication. Meta communication is just body language. So sometimes as Black women, we're very demonstrative in our body language, where it can look like we're angry, or this can look like, girl, let me tell you about my cup water night the other night, right? No shade, bro. So you want to look at that in the counselor. You also want to look at, if I get this vibe and I start to build this alliance, is this something I can afford on a weekly or monthly basis? You want to take finances into consideration. You don't want to build that alliance and then your insurance is like, we don't cover that, so now you got to pay out of pocket. But you've just built this great relationship with a therapist, and now you realize that you can't afford it. The other thing is, too, you don't want to look for someone that gives you flashbacks of something from yesterday. So if you say, I only want to work and empower with Black women, and you get into that session and she reminds you of an auntie that you don't really flow well with, you're never going to receive them because you'll be so busy putting that person that you've never dealt with that past trauma on them. So everything you do would be projected onto them. So you want to look at the therapist's ability to be diverse, to be culturally sensitive and aware. You want to look at somebody that's been doing it for a while. You want to look at history. The other thing is, too, you want to look inwardly. Do I have enough in me to go see Miss Wells and know she may not always say the things that's going to make me feel great, and how am I able to respond to them?
That's good things. Okay, so I wanted to ask you too, Juanita. Well, you can ask her a question, Asia, because so I won't be talking all the time.
I don't have one right now.
Oh, I was trying to look at. Okay, so all those things are good. What? Oh no, you could go. You could go.
Okay. So you mentioned something you mentioned that's really good is when you seek a therapist, make sure that they don't correlate something bad that happened to you, like an aunt, like you said. What are some other realistic expectations that you should have of your therapist?
Are they going to show up on time? Are they going to be consistent? Are you going to get into a session where you feel like you're just at a church sermon? Do they have theories? Do they have the knowledge to be able to bring the therapeutic models into the room? You know, do I have enough ability in me to be able to listen to you and not just therapize you? Because some people and some therapists are uncomfortable with silence, but sometimes silence is very healing because it allows the person to speak the things that they don't really have the verbiage for. The other thing that's really good too in a good therapist is one that will give you what they call bibliotherapy, which is like homework. I'm going to give you this assignment, Rashonda, and you may have a test this week. I don't want you to fold, and if you do fold and you may not have said your affirmations, how do you respond under pressure? And then when you come back, let's come back and process that. That's a good therapist. The therapist that's going to hold you accountable, but they're also going to teach you the skills and the techniques that you need to be a better person. Because there's going to be moments, ladies, where your therapist is not available. But whatever they've instilled in you, the coping strategies and skill sets, I'm hoping that you're able to apply and take out to real time.
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Actually, when you said last week healing is an option, can you elaborate on that more, that we have you on here?
Healing being an option means this may have happened to me yesterday, and this isn't the reason why I'm being a nasty person. So you could have gone through trauma, losing a parent, a bitter divorce, a separation, losing a job, and it doesn't give you the right to cuss the clerk out at the grocery store. You see what I'm saying? Healing means now I have to inwardly look into the real me, because the stimuli are the things I can't control, like the death of a parent. I can't control that, but I can also control me. I can also hold me accountable. So when I say healing is an option, sometimes people take their trauma and they use it as a shield. And they go, I'm too sensitive. You can't talk to me this way because I lost my grandma. I've been through this, and I. But if I take that shield away and I peel back those layers, you've always been a nasty person. Always been an evil spirit. So healing being an option means I'm going to come to grips that this happened, and there's some things in me that I need to fix. But some people even hide behind religion. They will put their spiritual Bibles or their meditations or their affirmations and use them as shields. But if I took those layers away, you're still a broken person.
Exactly.
Healing being an option means I now have to come to grips that not only am I processing the trauma, I'm processing that ugly side of me, that bitter, mean spirit that's on the inside of me. The trauma is just an addition to I've already been. So that's why I say healing being an option, meaning I'm going to choose to heal, not simply just from the trauma, but for me being a better person in general. And healing also too means I have to be accountable. I won't be able to push my next in Jesus' name and then turn around and act like I'm a victim. No. Healing meaning at some point I have to inwardly ask myself, did I play a role in this? We've all gone through breakups and it's like, Johnny ain't no good. Okay, cool. But what role did I play? Was there any moment in the relationship that I could have done better? Even if it's just leaving the situation. So that's why I said healing is an option, because healing means I also have to now be held accountable for the real me.
What was you going to ask her, Asia?
So you bring up a very good point. I think that people think that therapy you go to and they're going to fix you. And so they get to go and do the first parts where you tell everything. But then to your point, I forgot the word, where like they give you the homework part to do. Why do you think that's the part where people fall off or call the therapist a bad therapist and they don't stick through? Not many people know therapy, to your point, is work. Every day you have to unlearn and fix forward. Why do you think people fall off at that part?
Because I think we want people to stroke our egos. We want people to make us feel validated for the things that we say, for the things that we do. But a real therapist will gracefully, gently, and empathetically push you. To push you, because these things may have happened, and that doesn't give us the right to now project what we have going on to other people.
Right.
I think sometimes when you get into therapeutic sessions and the therapist is challenging you, that's a good therapist. Now, you don't want to have one that's going to cause harm, which goes against our ethical rules and regulations. I think it's called CAFT. I forgot 5 point something. And it says, do no harm, right? So I'm not going to purposely place Miss Asia in here and chastise her, but I'm going to give her the space to look at the entire situation as a whole, to say, was there some areas that you could have done better? Yes, this happened at work, but why would you take this happening at work and now go home and cuss out your kid?
Mhm.
Right.
Why would you do this and then take it out on this person or project it onto this person or make everybody feel sorry for you? Why would I feel sorry for you?
Right.
And
Right.
that's things that I'm trying to work with now, because I know, like I said earlier, I know that I can say words that hurt people deep. And sometimes I do it on purpose when I'm really mad, because I know that's something that I'm really good at is my mouth. So most of the times I'll tell people to leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. And if you don't, then I'll do that. And then sometimes, like lately, I have been trying to do good. So I'll ask people, or like, we need to, like, did I say something wrong? Because I know sometimes I can be an asshole, but I really didn't feel like I said nothing wrong. But let me know if I really said something so I can try to correct it. So that is things that you can work on. Alondra said, some people like holding on to their hurt or trauma. They say that they want healing, but they don't want to work to get it. Trauma gets the attention and also provides excuses for bad behavior,
Mhm.
which is very
I'm
true.
finding that to be a lot, and it starts.
Yeah,
Is it a
especially
reason why
nowadays.
that's disturbing? Right. It disturbs my spirit. Literally, I feel like I'm in a season where I don't hear people the same. Like before, I was, oh my God, that happened. And I would allow people to do certain stuff and basically be their punching bag, because I'd be like, oh, they're just going through something. But now when it could be the smallest thing and I'll shut down, because I'd be like, you full of shit. You're just a mean person. You was mean yesterday before that happened. You just waited for an excuse to be mean to people, like legit mean. I don't
Or
even have
they
nothing
drop,
wrong with
or
it.
people they drop all their
Yes,
spirits
on
into
you.
you, and
Yes.
they do that on purpose. And so that's why sometimes they tell you that also. Like with me, I'm a person, I don't let everybody come to my house, because those are
No.
different spirits and all that stuff. So I believe in all that. So I have a couple of affirmations for different scenarios. So like, say if you're feeling lonely, you could say, my feelings of loneliness will pass. But you're not saying you want to stay feeling that way. My feelings of loneliness will pass. These are people in my life who want to see me succeed or support me. Like, because when you feeling like that, you do have, a lot of people do have people in their corner that want to see them succeed. So you have to say those things. I'm open to building new connections with others. The power to create strong and healthy relationships are within me. I can find peace in the midst of my loneliness. Anybody about to lose it? Me this week. Is there is nothing wrong with feeling angry. I am open. Wait, I am open to what my anger is trying to tell me about myself. So sometimes you don't know why you be angry like that, but you got to be open to it. I inhale peace and exhale anger. I need to say that every day.
I like all of those. I like
Yes.
all of them, because the main thing that you need to learn to do um, is acknowledge that what is happening is real. Because if that is what you feel, it is real, to coach's point, but two things can exist. It's real, but I'm not going to stay here. It's real, but I'm not going to allow it to take over. But I owe myself to acknowledge this is how I feel right now. And there may be something there, so that you don't dismiss yourself either in trying to heal and be perfect. It's not a such thing. Some stuff is messed up and you just have to work through it, so to speak.
Yeah, and here's some more for people that's stressing out. I always make it through these tough times. I always make it through these tough times. I will not allow what is stressing me to ruin my entire day. And I did that all week.
I like that one.
I'll be mad for like piss the hell off. I do that. I am choosing to focus on things that bring me peace. I give myself permission to release these anxious thoughts. So sometimes you just need to talk to somebody and get it out, and you feel better. I would trust that I will be able to move past all these stress. So you have to say things like that. And I also read another, I was listening to a therapist earlier this week too, and they said, think positive every day. It will start to disrupt your negative thoughts. So he said, when you start just thinking positive all the time, the way your brain is wired, it'll make you stop thinking about negative things all the time. And they said, you can wire yourself to be positive. You can actually wire yourself to
One
be.
of, one of the things that I teach too, Ro, in session, and then I also teach is affirmations are great.
Mhm.
I am so team affirmations, right? Tattoos, all of that. And let somebody cut you off in traffic. Let your job not pay you your full check. Let somebody harm your child. The test and the challenge is, who are you under pressure?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
How do you respond
That's true.
under pressure? Because when things are hunky-dory and the birds and the bees and the flowers, smell the air, affirmation, let your job decrease your hours and your pay.
Yep. That's the
real
test.
you comes out. So the addition to that is giving yourself permission to be angry. The challenge is, who am I? What do I do when I'm angry? Because the affirmations are great until shit hits the fan.
There
and
it
then
is.
the real Coach Nita comes out and you like, you know what?
There
All
it is.
those little sticky notes that you have put up. So as much as you're affirming yourself, you want to realistically put yourself in a situation and say, when I'm tested, who am I? What comes out? Do I dig to the deeps of the deeps to be like, well, that's why your mama ain't shit? You're like, you didn't even have to go that far. So the test and the challenge is learning how to practice.
Apply it.
How do you respond under pressure?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's okay. Alondra had a question for you. Let me go back to the questions. She said, how do you deal with people who are committed to being unhealed? That's a very good question.
Stay away from them. Cut them off.
Relationships are choices, whether they're family, business, whatever it is. Relationships are options. And if you're on a healing journey, we have to come to the conclusion that the healing journey, everybody can't go. And if you start inviting people or have that expectation that just because you're healing, then you're going to get pissed off because other people aren't healing. Sometimes we have to learn how to cut the relationship. You may have to catch them on the flip side, but how do you deal with people committed to not being unhealed? You have to question yourself, why am I connected to unhealed people? Why am I allowing this white shirt to roll around in the mud? That makes no sense. Then I have to question myself. So the question could be, why am I allowing people to disrupt my peace? Why am I allowing unhealed people to come on this journey with me?
So when you're saying,
So basically, that ties back to the accountability that you said earlier when you said you can say such and such was a bad person at a breakup, but at what point do you say, what should I have done different, even if I should have ended it early? That is sometimes the answer. Sometimes the answer is end. That's how you were wrong. You stayed.
You stayed.
So Nikki said, remove yourself from the whole situation. So that, okay, I get that. But okay, sometimes you feel like, now this is a very good example. It's certain people that you know are low vibrational or throwing trauma on people all the time. And it could be a parent that you're co-parent with. It could be a parent, family, a friend that you have to be around, that you can't just remove yourself from the situation. So how do you deal with people like that you cannot remove yourself from? I'll say the number one is being a co-parent or a husband and wife. You can't remove yourself from a husband or wife, just get a divorce. But when you're co-parenting with someone and you have to be around that person, how do you deal with someone like that?
The test can be impulse control. We can practice, like I told you the other day, somebody can go out and be like, well, the sky is red. When you're on your healing journey, I'm not about to fight with you. You're right. The sky is red.
It's that easy. Cut them off.
Action doesn't deserve a reaction. Then you have to ask yourself, why am I allowing myself to go from here to here? I've set the atmosphere for me today. I have put the affirmations. It doesn't take away from the fact that you're human, that we still want to cuss people out. But at the end of the day, those narcissistic traits, that's only going to fuel that person. So you're giving them exactly what you want. So you have to practice impulse control, regulating your emotions, And then asking yourself, like Biggs used to say, why am I going to argue with a fool? So if they say the sky is red, like she said, protect your peace. You know what, baby? You right. The sky is red and your son will be ready for pickup at 5:15.
And like you said, don't let the devil drive your bus. And
Don't let the devil drive your bus.
Let the devil drive your bus, but he been driving mine. So that's why I said this was a perfect topic for me, because he's been driving it full speed, doing donuts and everything.
Because you have to think about it. Once they traumatically shit on you, they've done their job.
Yeah, that is true.
They've done what they've been called to do.
But can we be honest about
with all of the emotional reactions? Your blood pressure is up. You're drinking cut water, no shade, but you know what I'm saying? You're up doing all of these things, and they get to just walk away, skipping into the rainbow because they've done what they've been called to do. The test in the trial is, what is Roe going to do differently? That's what's going to set them off.
I've seen some people not be honest with themselves, though. You could say that person they always starting shit when they come to me. Yeah, you always want to prove them wrong. And you always want to not let them have the last word. You playing a role in that sometimes. I've seen people do it, and I'm like, why do you want to make sure that they know you're not stupid, or they know that you can't punk me, or they know you're not finna talk to me like that? You can't control what they do, but you can control how you respond. I wouldn't respond at all. I don't like arguing, though. So people that come to me, the sky is red, I don't have shit to say. I'm not even going to agree.
I have to learn with that, because I don't like arguing, but when I argue with you, I'm going to argue you down to the ground. Once you give me an argumentative mode, it's nothing that you can say, because I'm going to argue the shit out of your ass. And you're going to wish you never would argue with me. But I don't want to be like that no more, because I know that when I get like that, I get so mad, and I do let it control my whole day. So that's why I'm like, I have to stop letting people get me mad like that, because I'll be mad at, like Juanita said, they go on about their day, having a good
just
day,
ignore it.
and I'm just pissed off for the rest of the day. And I always let people get me like that. Alondra said, right, Nikki, I say it all the time. We have to change to that mindset in some ways. Let me see what Nikki said. Everyone does not deserve your time or your energy or your space. Your peace is yours. Alondra said, amen. Not engaging and stepping back help. I am learning to do that. I stopped giving a damn so much. Yeah, so that's some of the stuff that we could do. This is a good video too, when they said that you have to take time for yourself to reset and everything. That comes with that also. And this man put this up, and I said that I feel like everybody should do this also.
What I want you to do is celebrate your birthday. Your birthday the 28th of every month, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to celebrate yourself on the 28th of every month. If you can pay T-Mobile every month, how can you not pay yourself? So on the 28th of every month, I want you to say, that's your birthday every month. So how many birthdays you got every year now? 12. Because as long as I know you take care of you, you're going to have peace of mind. When you die, T-Mobile ain't going to be at your funeral, but you're going to be there. So before they deposit you in that ground, I need you to deposit inspiration and peace into yourself. Most people think I'm crazy when I say this. But on the 28th of every month, I need you to pay yourself $100, $200. I'm going to let that number be up to you. If you can't pay yourself, I don't even want to coach you. I'm adamant about that. Make sure you celebrate your birthday every month. That means get your nails done, get your hair done, get you a massage. You got to do one thing every month for yourself. I don't want to coach you.
I like that.
I did too. When I seen it, I was like,
It gives you something to look forward to. It takes up your
What I want you
time.
to do is celebrate your
It diverts other things. You ever notice when we travel more, we was less like busy or whatever, because we get off the trip and then you're like, oh, I can't wait to go on the next one.
And they said traveling helps reset.
It gave us something.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I also said. So
I like that.
it, like he said, it don't got to be $100. Just do something for yourself every month to reward yourself and make yourself happy. You, like he said, you pay T-Mobile every month, so you can take $10, $15, however much your budget is, and do something and celebrate yourself. Make yourself happy. Like Little John said, what makes me happy? Let me think about what makes me happy. If you just going to go sit down and eat lunch by yourself, if that makes you happy, do that. Like, it's certain things that makes everybody happy, and you have to do that. So I want to challenge everybody every month to deposit, make a deposit, how he said, to yourself every month. So my birthday is on the 11th. I need to make a deposit to myself every month on the 11th.
You can also reward yourself when you've seen yourself getting ready to go there and you didn't. You know what, you bad bitch.
Thank you.
Cuss her out.
Thank you.
Called her all kind of blah, 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 and you didn't. So go ahead and treat yourself to Starbucks and do whatever. Sometimes you have to celebrate the small victories.
Right.
Like I may have cursed this person out, but I didn't use the B word. I just said, damn.
Right.
That's the big word. Damn. I could have said this, but I said this. Those are small wins and those small victories. But we also should take into consideration that we are human people and our bodies respond to stress.
Yes.
Why am I going to allow someone to send me to an early grave with aneurysms, with heart attacks and high blood pressure? And it's not worth it. Some things you have to weigh the pros and cons. Am I arguing with somebody or am I debating with somebody that has the likelihood to produce change? Or am I arguing and debating with somebody who's not going to change? You're wasting your time.
Right. That's perfect. So I also seen they said studies found that speaking to yourself positive for just 4 weeks, have led to huge changes in the brain activity in the area in which in the areas in which emotions are regulated. Sorry.
Yep.
So you doing just think. So I said I want to start a challenge starting tomorrow. I want everybody, if y'all can do, everybody has different social medias and all that. I want everybody to post something positive every single day and try to do it in the morning time. We're gonna do that. Who wants to do this challenge with me? Are you guys down to do the challenge with me? So thank you. In the comments, I need y'all to do this too. Every morning, we're gonna put something positive up for 30 days and let's see if our mindset changes. So for every day for 30 days, we have to do that. And we're going to see how that goes. So that's our challenge for the next 30 days. Everybody needs to put up something positive on social media somewhere in the morning. We got to do it in the morning, not in the afternoon, but in the morning. And then also you got to do it when you wake up. Give myself peace, surround myself with happiness and peace. Do something for someone, make someone happy with just love and happiness. So those are some things that I want us to do. Do you guys have anything else that you want to say? Because I don't want to go too much longer. I know it's already been an hour. You have anything else you want to say, Juanita?
Be patient with yourself. Have grace.
Oh, yes.
You're going to have days where you feel like affirming yourself, and you probably going to have days that you feel like cussing out the world. Be graceful, be patient with yourself, reward yourself. But again, realizing, like I've been saying, that healing is an option. And sometimes you have to look at how much progress you've made when you see other people. You go, you know what? I have come a long way. I would also say take the good days with the bad days. The last thing I would say is be cautious of who you share your healing with.
Yes.
Be cautious. You don't have to talk about, you lucky I'm on new me. They should be able to sniff the healing from you. When I see people, they go, damn, you're so different now, Nita. That's what makes me smile. That's what makes me smile. I remember Amy told me that a few months ago. She said, you sure is different now, Minnie. That made me smile. That made me smile. So people should be able to smell healing on you. Doesn't mean that you're weak because you're not responding. I know what I'm capable of. I'm a scrapper. So ain't no need holding on to yesterday's trauma and beating you down and maybe getting myself incarcerated because I've held on to all this stuff and then I've just exploded and now you got absolutely deserving of you. Sometimes you just got to let things ride. That's it.
Yes. Okay, Amir.
I'm talking
Nikki said, I send positive messages to family and friends. And she do. Nikki's really good at that. When I get up in the morning, she always sends positive things. Alondra said, get around some positive people and be a positive person.
Yeah, like the people.
And so, did you have a closing remark, madam? Okay, so for
Great show.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. But I have my closing quote, and it is: there is nothing that is happening in your life that isn't designed to take you out. There is nothing that is happening in your life that is designed to take you out. That thing is designed to birth the best version of you. So it's nothing in this world that is designed to take you out. It's designed to make the better version of you. So I want everybody to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You got this, sis, bro, whatever. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Coach Nita, for coming on. Thank you, madam, for being on. And remember, everybody, starting tomorrow, we are going to start putting up our positive affirmations on social media. And let's see if our mindset switches to positive. Let's see how our life changes in these next 30 days. So thank you guys. I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Bye.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.